We have left Edmonton behind a few hours back and are currently in the Jasper National Park. I guess it's called a national park here, which is filled with gorgeous, beautiful views, or at least they would be if we didn't have clouds at the moment. Perhaps in the distance you can kind of see there's something starting to peek through over there above the horizon, or above at least this band of trees which has now sprung up in my way, and I expect this cloud cover is going to burn off as we drive, and we should see something spectacular pretty soon. Whoops, there it is. There's that bit of something lingering in the distance. Here we go. All aboard. Okay, well here we are inside Jasper National Park, and we have finally found our moose. Oops, I zoomed it in so far it's easy for me to shake loose of the moose in the frame, but there is a moose just hanging out by the side of the road, and right by him there's another that has kind of turned, we've got a couple of cars have pulled over on the side of the road to check these guys out, but this guy's kind of turned his backside to us, so we'll leave him in peace and focus on this guy who's, oh, where did he go? There he is. So we are vlogging live meese here in Jasper National Canadian Park, and he that knows better how to tame a shrew, now let him speak, 'tis charity to show. You do look, my son, in a moved sort, as if you were dismayed. Be cheerful, sir, our revels now are ended. These, our actors, as I foretold you, were all spirits and are melted into air, into thin air. And, like the baseless fabric of our vision, the cloud-capped towers, the gorgeous palaces, the solemn temples, the great globe itself, yea, all which it inherit shall dissolve, and like this insubstantial pageant faded, leave not a rack behind. We are such stuff as dreams are made on, and our little life is rounded with a sleep. In my stars I am above thee, but be not afraid of greatness. Some are born great, some achieve greatness, and some have greatness thrust upon them. Thy fates open their hands, let thy blood and spirit embrace them, and to inure thyself to what thou art like to be, cast thy humble sloth and well, Hey, we are towards southern British Columbia at the moment, now pretty much turning ourselves west towards Vancouver, and as you can see, the weather has cleared up considerably now, and we can see our surroundings pretty completely, and the sky has gotten bright and grand and gorgeous, so that's great. Took a little bit of a wrong turn in Kamloops, which sounds like a line out of a Bugs Bunny cartoon, although I think Bugs Bunny used Poughkeepsie more than Kamloops. But I went with Canadian Highway 1, which I assumed would be the more well-trod highway, but then I glanced at the map a little bit after that, and apparently there's a Highway 5 that goes much more directly towards Vancouver. So I think I've added about a half an hour to my trip in taking this particular turn, but I can't say that I'm, you know, so disappointed about that, because it looks like it's I think in the past I took that previous road, which is much wider, more lanes, more direct, all of that stuff, and more climbing up and down and over mountains rather than winding in and around them. But I always kind of like to see what the alternate route looks like when I've never taken it before. So I think that's a line from Mae West, who used to say, when in deciding between the lesser of two evils, I choose the one that I haven't tried yet. So here we are, working our way to Vancouver. Should be pulling in, somewhere around 7:45, 8 o'clock tonight. And here we are, just a little bit west of where we were when I last spoke with you. But we came across such a gorgeous view that I had to capture that. Just west of Kamloops here. We're going through a bit of a ravine here and some turbulent waters. This river has gotten bigger and bigger the more that I've followed it coming down through the mountains, and now it's gotten very wide, and it's clearly up on its banks quite a bit. So we've had a wet spring and early summer. Kind of like going through a ravine, because with every turn you see more scenery that you didn't expect. Shortly after I closed the camera from the last one, I came around a turn and there's a whole different set of scenery. It's kind of, and I'm sorry about the bugs on the windshield, maybe that'll help a little bit. But it reminds me a little bit of Glenwood Canyon in western Colorado. There's about 13 miles of gorgeous scenery, and I think I've got it actually posted on my YouTube site, the Moliere Lover site. You can probably search on Glenwood Canyon to some degree, but it's there. About 13 minutes of just driving through, but probably just as bad with bugs on the windshield as well. Okay, so I overshot Vancouver a little bit, went to the north of it a little more than I anticipated, so I'm coming back in on a bridge I didn't expect to be going on. This is the Lionsgate Bridge, which I assume Lionsgate Films may have gotten their name from this, or in relation to this in some way. And this is an extremely tall bridge, so I'm distracting myself from looking over the edge by filming it. But if I were to turn the video camera over that way, maybe you can see Vancouver, or how high up we are, or something like that. Or to the right, I think that's probably a more obvious view out that way. We're on the downhill slide of the bridge at this point. And Vancouver looks beautiful, but I'm just gonna keep my eyes mostly glued to the road. And here we are. See you soon.